dies alone in the woods. The search to figure out who he is sends me to some incredible places.
Across the Atlantic in a small sailboat. Tommy got selected as an escort for Miss America. He also married an actress, a Broadway actress. You learn to recognize people who have a little bit of con in them, and he was that.
Stay away from Matthew McGill. New episodes everywhere weekly, or you can binge the whole thing right now exclusively on the new Odyssey app. That's Audacy.
I absolutely love my dog, but the constant shedding, not so much. But then I got a Swiffer Sweeper pet kit, and it is amazing. These super thick cloths pick up a crazy amount of hair. Just look at all that. And that was from just one swipe. And the best part? Sweeper's so much easier to maneuver than a broom or a vacuum, easily getting around chairs and under the couch. You're right. Now I can focus on you, not your shedding. Swiffer Sweeper pet kit. Because shed happens. Does learning a language feel like this?
No habla español? It's hablo? It's hablo.
When you learn a language, you want to actually use it. Babbel is designed with that goal in mind.
Since my husband is from Guatemala, I'll apply what I've learned in Babbel for real-life situations. The app is so easy to use, and it's so practical. It helps you learn things that you will actually need.
Babbel, language for life. Celebrating 10 million subscriptions sold. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
It's crunchy!
Creamy!
Sweet.
Salty.
Nature Valley Sweet.
At the next stop sign, turn right.
Dipped in creamy nut butter coating.
Delicious. Nature Valley.
The Detroit Tigers host the Minnesota Twins. Free game tomorrow at 12:15. 97.1 The Ticket. First pitch, swinging a ground ball to first base. Big hop for Castro. Makes the play unassisted. Tigers beat the Twins. Great relief work in the end, led by Michael Fulmer. Tigers
At
relievers
the stop
traded
sign,
runners
turn right onto Wixon
in
Road.
the late innings, time after time, and then Gregory Soto battles in strands 3. Hey, I'd like to see Fulmer stay in the pack. I know there's a lot of moving pieces with this team. They don't have any good relievers.
In 3/4 of a mile, turn right onto Wixon Road.
Draft this on these arms. You're betting on some to fail and catch on as relief pitchers. Fulmer was good today. Tigers bullpen for once actually did the job. And lead the work with because the offense did some stuff. That means 7 runs scratched across the board. When you throw in 9 walks, 12 hits, a hit by pitch, they were stacking them up, putting pressure on the
At the
opposing
next
pitcher.
light,
They struck out
turn
one
right.
time. That is music to the ears of Tigers fans. We want this team to have some signs of life. Maybe develop a position player or two. That's good to know. 248-539-9797. Jim Costa with you tonight. We're talking about the Tigers. And I won't mix it because it's Saturday in the right? We got 2 games tonight, Pistons and Wings. Both of them are shamelessly
At the light, turn right onto Wixon
I'm
Road.
not saying that to call them out. I salute it. But the Red Wings tonight, they've got their 3rd string goalie in. Their 2 regulars are playing just fine. But their 3rd string goalie is in tonight. They're sitting Joe Valeno and surprisingly productive Adam Ernie. If they lose tonight,
In
they
2.1
have
miles,
top 5
turn
odds
left onto
going
Smith
in.
Road.
It's strategic at this point. I don't think I'm a bad fan for them to lose tonight. I think it's intentional. But they're not telling the guys score on your own net, but they're just not putting their best lineup out there. And that's what the Pistons have done the last, it's been about a month now, huh? Especially the last 5 games, they've said, hey, Jeremy Grant, don't worry about playing. Mason Plumlee, don't worry about playing. Now, those guys are in tonight because they're playing the Sixers, and it doesn't much matter. They're losing anyway. Both these teams are tanking down the stretch. And I think some people view tanking as intentionally losing. No, it just means not putting your best foot forward. When losing would benefit your draft position. Specifically, you're eliminated from the playoffs, end of the season. I can't imagine too many people are upset. Feels necessary. But I asked you guys, of these teams, player, change a franchise type of guy in this NHL draft. And I think you are far more likely to change an NBA team with one special player. And that player might be Cade Cunningham. People are buzzing about him. 6'8", can handle the ball, can shoot, can run the show. Put him in this backcourt. Give him a couple years, maybe you have a bona fide all-star. You got something. You got a piece in a league where you got to have a couple. You'd have one. That would be major. Because I got to tell you guys, if the Pistons get boned in the lottery again, and they don't end up picking 1, 2, or 3, and they end up picking 5, and they don't get a franchise changer, it's not going to be a reflection that Troy Weaver's doing anything wrong. It's just going to make his job a lot harder. It's going to put the Pistons back to square one. I mean, you can build a culture, you can get some reclamation projects like Jeremy Grant and Mason Plumlee, but it's going to be real hard to win a championship if you don't have 1 or 2 of the 10 best players in the sport. And I have a hard time believing you're going to get reclamation projects and turn them into elite players. You're going to have to draft them in Detroit. So of those 3, if I could give one team the number 1 pick, I'd give it to the Pistons. I think it would do them the most good. I think it would help their general manager, who I happen to like. And I think it would give them a chance to make a pretty dramatic change from the product you've been subjected to for the better part of 15 years. 248-539-9797. I know Lions king, football's king. I don't think golf's the answer. I know we're going to get some of that. So I'm going to go to the phones where we've got Devin and Westland. Devin, you're on 97.1 The Ticket. I'm doing well.
At the next light, turn left.
Out there. Anybody that you're interested in, I know we're going to see how college football plays out, but are you diving that far in, Devin, where you've got someone in mind already for the Lions?
I can put out whatever name I want, but it's all down to the Lions want as their ideal quarterback. If they want a pocket passer, it's going to be this guy. It's going to be a running back. A running quarterback is going to be this guy.
Arrive at North Commerce Road.
Depending on who the Lions want, they think it's going to take them to a championship in the future.
So I'll get the exact quote from Dan Campbell, but he alluded to wanting intangibles, a leader of men, commands a huddle. He does want the guy to be able to move a little bit in today's NFL, and he said you're never going to turn away elite arm strength. Now, who in this next draft is that guy? There's going to be a surprise or two when we play the actual college season, but I'm a junkie. I'm looking at these way too early mocks, and it's Spencer Rattler out of Oklahoma. It's Keaton Slovis out of USC. It's Sam Howell out of North Carolina. It's this Liberty quarterback that might be the flavor of the month. Former Auburn transfer, makes big plays, can run, maybe checks the box as a mobile guy. I think Lions fans are clamoring for a future quarterback. That's why I threw him in this conversation. And I threw it out on my Twitter too, at @JimCosta_. I'll update some of the results on that. Let's go to Richie in Grosse Pointe. Richie, you're on 97.1.
Hey, Jim, how are you? First time caller, how are you?
I'm glad to have you in.
What I'm thinking here is that the Lions are the Lions. I'm not really going to weigh in on them. I'm talking mostly about the Wings and the Pistons here.
Okay.
I have a similar issue. I'm a way bigger Wings fan, but I would have to go with the Pistons to get the better pick because there are better prospects this year in the draft, I think, for the NBA compared to the NHL. The NHL is a lot of really good guys, but there doesn't seem to be that number 1. The Owen Powers out of Michigan is a big defensive that can shut down. Or you have another defensive, but there's no one like Lafreniere last year in this year's NHL draft.
Well, and there's a big Swedish defenseman who I personally like. You've got some people saying a goalie could go in the top 10. Would the Wings consider that? You've got the 18-year-old skater from Michigan who's going to be in the... The point is there's no number 1 slam dunk guy in the NHL draft this year. And I think part of that is because gestures at the World catch on with a different team. A lot of the Canadian major junior leagues were decimated by the pandemic. So I think it makes it even harder to scout. There's not a no-brainer guy. You want to win the lottery, but I kind of trust Steve Yzerman if they end up picking 4th, 5th, 6th, whatever. And a loss tonight, I think, solidifies that they can't fall any further back than 7. That's why they're third-string goalies. But I do think that the franchise-changing element is more true with the Pistons than the Red Wings. The only reason this becomes more of a conversation is what's more franchise-altering than a new quarterback. So let's have this chat. 248-539-9797. I got some ticket texts I haven't got to yet, but we got teams that are unafraid of losses down the stretch here, positioning themselves for the number 1 overall pick. Lottery never goes in our favor in Detroit. But if it was going to happen for one of our teams, who would you like to see it happen to? It's 97-1.
Small businesses fuel our economy, and if you're a business owner with at least one other employee, my guy, Mike Burper, can help you find a more affordable health insurance plan. Right now, Mike will shop both individual and group markets for you, and he'll find the best insurance plan that custom fits your company's needs. Call my agent, Mike Burper, now, 877-734-2200, or on the web at nbphealth.com. And remember, National Benefit Plans would like to be your health insurance and life insurance agency for a lifetime.
We saved serious cash with our Progressive Home and Auto bundle and used the money to buy a new boat.
Who's ready to water ski?
This is not a real testimonial. Sure, customers can save big money with Progressive, but not enough for a new boat. They'll probably spend it on rent or gas money or maybe one of those little plastic wading pools for the yard.
Ahoy there!
Is what the captain might say on the toy boat in your wading pool. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Okay, my shipments have to get to customers on time and looking good.
It's possible with Staples Connect. Staples Connect has small business shipping covered with premium shipping supplies, custom labels, and UPS shipping services. And now, buy 2, get 1 free on decorative shipping supplies. Plus, get 20% off UPS Express shipping services. Explore what's new at your local Staples store or staplesconnect.com. Staples Connect, the working and learning store. Ends 5/29. Visit staplesconnect.com/shipping for details.
Are you tired of paying high fees and commissions even when you lose your money? How'd you like to never lose your money again due to market risk? Join Joel Plager for the Save Money and Income radio show right here on The Ticket, Sunday mornings from 7 to 8.
We don't want you on our team. You're too slow and fat.
This is weight bias.
I'm worried about your weight.
Don't you care what other people think?
Millions who live and are affected by obesity face weight bias every day.
You're not the right fit for this job.
Unfair judgment by others.
Just stop eating so much and exercise some. You lose all this weight.
These people often blame themselves.
It's just me. Nobody likes me.
I do exercise and eat right. And I talk to my doctor.
Weight bias hurts.
Everyone deserves to be treated with dignity and respect.
Your words and actions matter.
Let's stop weight bias.
Let's work together.
Be part of the solution. Go to stopweightbias.com and learn more. A public service message from Obesity Action Coalition.
Last year, 97.1 The Ticket Student Heart Check program detected over 150 student athletes who needed to follow up with a cardiologist to ensure they have a healthy heart. Make time to have your child checked. Contact the Ernst Cardiovascular Center at Beaumont Hospital in Royal Oak. WXYT FM and WXYT HD1 Detroit. An Odyssey station. Sports headlines all day, every day. From the Sold by Mike Z Sports Desk. This is 97.1 The Ticket.
We're brought to you by Miller Landscaping. Twins and Tigers game 2 of the weekend.